Hi everyone, Debbie here. Welcome to another Memorydex Monday. This is card number 3. So I actually did a review of a couple of collage books on my channel yesterday, and if you haven't seen that, you should go and watch it. But this was one of the books, so you can just imagine. I couldn't wait to do a Memorydex card with these steampunk boys and girls. Oh my goodness, absolutely my goodness. So there it is right there. So I'm looking at both of these images, and these are the little girls on motorcycles, and they are absolutely so stinking cute. But I'm going to use one of these for my Memorydex card this week. Now I know there's a few more in here as well. There are just, oh, there's another one. Now she's bigger. Is she bigger? Yes, she's bigger. Like overall bigger. Is she too big? She would cover almost my whole card. Let's do one of the smaller ones. I think they'll fit better on this. Remember, a Memorydex card is only 4 inches wide, and it can be 3.75, 3 3/4 inches tall. And that's how big I've made this. This blank is not one of my regular blanks that I use, but I wanted a good backing on this to put this on. I'm going to fussy cut her first right away. Got her cut out. She's lovely. I used my little cutter tool, another Temu find, and I used it to cut these little wee bits all out in here. So it takes a while to get used to using that tool because it doesn't have a swivel tip on it, but it does work if you practice a bit. So she's going to look like this on here. She might sit up a little bit like this, but I need to do a background first. I'm going to find some book page. I want some book page, but I want something just going to grab a page. I'm just going to take enough to cover this. I love this brown down the edge here. So I think I am going to tear down like that and keep this so I can stamp something on it. And I'm going to put it on like that, I think. And I'm going to use this for my background. And then I'm going to start going over top of it as well. So this is going to be my first piece. I'm out of Mod Podge. I have a little paintbrush here. I have some Elmer's school glue. I'm going to throw some school glue in here. Just in my little bowl. And I'm going to throw in some water. I'm just going to add a little water. And I'm going to mix this up and thin it just a little bit so it's easier to work with. Maybe a little more water. And if you make it too thin, there, that's more the consistency of a decoupage medium. So I am going to put this on here. I'm not going to go all the way down. I'm going to get this started. like that. Then I'm just going to lift up and finish the bottom part here. And of course, it's curling. As soon as you add any kind of water to your paper, you're going to start getting some curling. I just want these edges all glued down really well. Okay, I think I need some stamping on here. I have this postage stamp. I got this at Dollarama for $1.50. And it's just different postage squiggles and things like that. So I like this little bitty right here. Let me get a block to put it on. So I have a tip for you. This is a plastic picture frame from the dollar store. They come in packages of like 10, and they had something glued to this side of it, and the sticky's still on there. But you just open them up like this, throw a picture in there. But here's a tip. If you don't want to spend the money on really expensive acrylic blocks for your crafting, I'm going to clean this really well. It's been sitting on my shelf for a little while. I don't want dust on it when I go to use it. But this stamp will stick on there just nicely. And I've got some vintage photo. I probably could have used some walnut on this, because I know my vintage photo is almost to the point that it needs to be replaced. I'm going to take this little bit of book page, because this is the first time I've used this, and I am going to stamp it on there and then re-ink it. There. Just gives a little bit of extra. It's even got a bit of a tear mark or a smudge mark right in the stamp. And I think I'm going to put that top, and I'm going to do it this way as well. There. So I have that. I don't want too much. It's a small, it's just a really small little surface. So you don't want it to be too busy. You don't want too much stuff on it. But I have a box full of coffee dyed papers and vintage papers. This is where my book pages should be. Yeah, here's a piece of paper. It has some various different things on it as wow. I like it. Let me see what my image, where's my image? Let me see what my image looks like on this. Oh, she's sweet. I like it. I'm just going to put this across the bottom here. I like all these old flags and this stuff up here at the top too. I think that's the part of that I'm going to use, is some of this. I'm going to cover this one up here and leave this. I guess I didn't need that stamping down there. I need to ink the bottom of this where it's going to go onto the paper. I'm using the same vintage photo. Oh, wow. Maybe like that. I just think she's so cute. Yeah. Yeah, I think down here. I think this is the most interesting side of the paper, so I'm going to put that there so I don't have to cut as much off. And then in this top corner here, maybe a little bit of this doily. I've got all kinds of things coffee dyed in this box. That's just... And then I've got all kinds of vintage paper pads, and I love this box. Yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much all of my background. So let's put some... This side's darker. What side does she look better on? I think she looks better on this side. I'm liking that a lot. I've got to trim this and ink my edges before I put her on there. So I've repunched my holes, I've trimmed my edges, and I need to go all the way around. There, I love it. I'm loving this. I love the vintage style, and when you have something like this, I mean, it's almost too pretty to cover up. But when you have something like this that you can pop up on here, I'm just going to leave it up a little wee bit. And it'll be maybe a little bit more. And it'll be in my box like this. So her head up there, it's not going to get damaged. Nothing's going to go on top of it. So let's do that. Isn't she so cute? I just love it. Now, okay, so I have a few bits that I wanted to add to this. I put some glue on the back here. And the reason that I did that is because paper is always stronger after you've added some Mod Podge to it. It just is. So I'm going to let that glue just dry on the back of her hat that's sticking up. And that'll help reinforce that paper a little bit there. I think I'm going to write my sentiment on a piece of this book page. And I think I want to add one of these keys on here. And maybe even a couple of these gears. Let's see. These are just the puffy stickers that you get at the dollar store. Oh, that's adorable. I love that. Should I do another one? That little one. I'm not too sure about that. I want that a little bit down here. There, a couple of gears on here. I just like that, and I think I still want a key, but I want a small key for up here. I got all kinds of stuff stuck to my fingers. And there are these little florals on here, these little metallics, but there's also this little thingy. And it's like a corner. And I can put up here just to balance it out maybe. And then I'm going to take this. This is the Art Alchemy, and it is just the rich copper metallic wax. because I kind of just want all these metal looking bits to have the same there. And I need a sentiment. And I think I'm just going to write this one out myself. But I want one of those micron pens. 03, 08. There's a 005. No, that's too thin. And the nice thing about these micron pens is that they are permanent, so you don't have to worry about the ink bleeding if it gets wet with any of your other medium. And I'm just going to put this right across here like that. I think she's cute. I almost think I need another little something down in this corner now. But something really little. I don't have any, no, I don't have any of the gears that are smaller. I love this timepiece, but I want to use it on a different card. What about just this teeny tiny little corner piece right here, just like that? I know this is, oh, don't stick. I know this is almost down too low on the card that you're not going to see it when it's down here, because this part down here gets hidden. This metallic wax just makes such a difference. It makes all those pieces match. And I think I'm done. She's just adorable on her little steampunk motorcycle. Her outfit. Oh, these little, I mean, that book is absolutely gorgeous. If you like anything to do with steampunk at all, that book is absolutely phenomenal. So I'm going to try to post a Memorydex video every single Monday. And next week is St. Patrick's Day. So if you want to do a Memorydex card for St. Patrick's Day next week, get your supplies out and come along with me, do a craft with me. Just put me on, watch, craft at the same time. I would absolutely love it. So subscribe to my channel if you haven't done that already. Come on back, see what else I'm up to, and I'll see everyone in the next video. Until then, have a really wonderful day, everyone. Bye-bye for now.